So, all of this conversation has just got me thinking, it would be so much simpler if the auth variable just had the email embedded in it instead of limiting us to just having the UID and the provider. I've heard about custom tokens. I'm not really sure what they are. What can I use that to my advantage in some way?
Yeah, no, that would solve a lot of this problem.
Cool.
And if only I had told you that sooner. But no, what you would do is you would need to mint a custom token, as it's called. And essentially what that means is we have all kinds of libraries that you can use on a trusted environment, so that you don't use on the Android device of the user, but you can run them on pretty much any server environment or any other trusted environment. And you would, essentially you get to encode whatever information you want, and you sign it with the secret of your Firebase, and you then use that as the auth variable in your security rules. And that means that you can put any information you want in there. So if you've already verified the user's email address, for example, you can just put it in there, and then in your security rules you can say auth.email and use it directly instead of having to load it from your mapping table that you have.
That actually sounds pretty awesome. Yeah. So this seems like something that people probably do fairly commonly. Are there any sort of prepackaged or third-party options or options that you would suggest that already could get me up and running with creating custom tokens quickly?
Yeah, definitely. So for custom tokens, typically if you have your own existing user table, then you need to start minting your own tokens. But if you want to integrate with all kinds of existing like social providers, like the Google, Facebook, but also providers that Firebase doesn't support, like LinkedIn, then you could use Auth0, and they essentially mint the custom token for you and provide a lot more information in the auth variable that you can use.
Okay, cool. So basically what I'm hearing is that I could run a tiny bit of server code on even my own Android phone, but probably somewhere better than that. And then that would verify that the users are actually own the email addresses that they say that they own, and that I could use a service like Auth0 to then attach that email address to the auth token and easily use it throughout my rules.
Yeah.
Well, Puff, that sounds like a plan. So thanks for taking the time to talk to us today. I'm sure you have important things to get to at Google. The funny thing is that before we started talking, I really was not a security believer. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. But what I'm realizing is that security is something that you need to be thinking about even at the stage that you're thinking about how your data is going to be organized. And it's super important to get right. So thank you so much for showing me that.
No, thanks for allowing me to explain this, because indeed security is very important with Firebase. Right when you start data modeling, as you say, you must also figure out how you want to secure the database. Because if you don't, you never know who you can trust in this world, do you?